let's just go and look at the cameras now.
Yeah.
The thing that you have to bring is a media card of some sort, like this. Okay. There's four different kinds here. This is called what is this called? This is called a SD card. They all go into some various places on the cameras. Each one's a little different. This one goes in here and slots in. And they can only go in one way. They go in all the way. This is the typical one that you'll get. When you're shooting stills, you don't need a fast one. It just has to be decent. Okay, you can get them from Amazon for like $30 or $15. Jeff Bezos will deliver them to you personally. So this is a 64 gig. It's a fairly fast one. It goes in there like that, slots in, presses in, should stay in, and then I close the door. On the mirrorless cameras, on some of the mirrorless cameras, we have, I think on the Fuji particularly, they will give you this card because this is a very expensive card. This is called a CFast card. That's about $200 for that. So we're not expecting you to buy that. We will supply that on the Fuji. And that fits in there just like the same way as everything else. The reason it's in there, like it's such a big fast card, is that this camera does very good video. So recording video takes more time and more space. So it has to be a fast card. So those go in there. Oh, this card is different. You can get these cards from Amazon. This is really just an adapter with a smaller little card for this one's 16 gig. The physical size doesn't matter. This can have these up to 200 gigs. They're just called micro SDs, and this is called a standard SD or adapter. Sometimes the adapters don't work, so I tend to rely on these SD cards more often that are all in one. It's essentially the same thing, but they tend to last a little longer. So, but they're usually pretty durable. So this one, again, goes in here. Slots in only one way. If it doesn't go in, don't force it. The only other thing you really need to know is if you go back to something that looks like usually it's a gear or a wrench or something for setup menu, formatting memory card. Okay, so that is what you want to do when you've got a new card, or if you've got a card that's full and you want to record over it. What you want to do is press this or choose the card that you're going to read and set yes. Okay, the camera will erase it and set it up for the camera. If you've gone from a Canon to a Nikon, format the card for the Nikon, or if you're going the opposite way, format for in the camera rather than doing it on a computer or just overwriting what's there. It won't overwrite stuff, so it'll run out of space before it tries to save anything. And you don't want that. You also don't want to use your memory cards as long-term storage. It's really not helpful. They are pretty durable, but it gets expensive when you do that. So you want to erase it at the beginning of every shoot so you have anything else. Make sure you've backed up your files before you erase it, right? So you have them on your computer and they're not just on the card, because once they're gone, they're gone. Okay. So that's